How are you going to amplify this entire strategy with ads? This is my bread and butter. This is what I do every day. We spend over $1 million a month now on Facebook, okay, for 40 different clients. Some of them running multiple businesses, some of them just running one, spending 100 grand a month, 50 grand a month, as little as 7 grand a month. The point is they're creating content consistently to amplify their message to their people, whether it's their existing email list, or it's lookalike audiences or custom audiences, or any sort of variation of people that they can target. And so I love Facebook ads. It changed my life, brought me out of bankruptcy, gave me opportunity, allowed me to share it with the world, brought Instagram into my life. Thank God they bought Instagram, because it allowed me to Instagram ads, put things out there. It allowed me to experience a whole new world, something I never thought was possible, that I can interject myself into someone's conversation and say, hey, buy my stuff, and they do. That's the great thing about Facebook ads. You essentially increase your fan base the moment you put out an ad. You usually get at least one new person who likes your page just by putting out an ad, even if it has nothing to do with them or their interests. Someone will like your page. It just happens. So you naturally grow your fan base. You could promote your events. You want brand exposure? You want to tell people how awesome you are? Run some ads. $5 a day. $5 a day is all it takes to tell people how awesome you are. You could sell a product or a service, which is what I do every day. Physical product, something $50, $100, $200. A service, it could be $1,000, $100, it doesn't matter. You could sell all day long, within reason. We'll get more into that later, in terms of service. But in actuality, what most people use Facebook for is lead generation. I want people on my list. I want them to sign up. I want them to open my emails, and I want them to buy something. That's what it's used for. That's what most people sign up on Facebook ads for. They just want leads all day. But here's the thing. Likes are incredibly important again. Now, when people first signed up for Facebook, they were like, okay, I want to run like ads all day long. I want to get them for 5 cents, and I just want to blow as much money as possible to build up this large fan base, and then I'll worry about leads later. That's what Facebook was like back in 2010, 2011. It was all about likes, and then leads later. Now, everyone thinks about just leads. Well, here's the thing. Likes are important again. Here's why they're important. When you run a live stream, all your fans see it first. They're the ones who interact with your content first. They're the ones who see your videos first. These are the same people that when you advertise to them, it's cheaper than when you advertise to a broad audience, meaning an interest, a lookalike audience, so on and so forth. So when you're building up your base of fans, naturally, they're going to be the ones who respond to your content first. But the great thing about this is Facebook is making it very easy to advertise to people without them ever leaving the site. They're trying to keep them on Facebook. But you could still collect their email address. You could still collect their phone number. You obviously can get their name. Did you know you can also get their address? Did you know you can get their zip code? You can get everything from them. I could find out their income level. Just fill in a little information for me. That's it. But they never have to leave. So if I'm creating a giant fan base, I could still generate that email at some point. There's objectives to do that inside Facebook. Now, if you want to bring them off-site, you could do that too. Don't get me wrong, there's tons of objectives to do that. So when you are running any sort of advertising these days, consider that you should also be building up your base, your fan base. Run some page likes. Once again, I always say $5 a day because that's all you really need. I've seen people start with $2 a day, which I still can't figure out how that's possible because Facebook says you can't go lower than 5. Yet some people have figured out how to hack it. So, good for you. But start running $5 a day, whether it's to your content, to your fan page. I would suggest run $5 a day to your fan page, get some likes, and then start posting content. Yes, you're going to have 10 people see it, 5 people, 20. It'll just naturally grow. Or you could decide not to run ads at all and just stay with 0. Your choice. I decide to spend money every day on Facebook, and it's paying back dividends over and over and over. I know Alfredo does a lot. There's a lot of people in here, I'm sure, who've run ads before. but most people neglect running like campaigns until someone started paying attention, and now his live stream is exploding every time he posts. So I just put a lot of emphasis on this for a reason. Just start running likes. Get your base up. I know that when some of you start to focus on your story, bringing it to people, showcasing like who you are, why you do what you do, why you're a great person, how you're an expert at something, naturally, people will flock to you. End of story. So how can you target people? Yeah, you have the age and location and gender, relationship status. You could target by job title, interests, certain purchase behaviors. For example, did you know you could target people who constantly buy supplements every month? Or people who naturally buy business marketing services? Or people who buy women's nail care? They have tons of options inside of Facebook to advertise. But once again, you don't know this exists until you start to run ads. Start running ads $5 a day, and next thing you know, you're gonna start digging around. And as you start to dig around, you'll find behaviors and different interests and new ways to target people, how you can intersect everything and find new potential customers for you in anything that you do, whether it's DA or something, anything. There's always something you could sell on Facebook. Now, content engagement leads to remarketing or retargeting. Now, those of you that heard me in the beginning say you can create audiences of people who engage in your content, this is what I'm talking about. So in the beginning, retargeting is people who visit your site. People who visited something that you posted, they go to your site, and then you bring them back later with a new opportunity or maybe a new way of presenting that ad. Well, Facebook's made it very easy to retarget now just based on someone who's viewed a video, someone who's clicked like, someone who's clicked share, someone who's been on your site for a minute, 3 seconds. There's lots of ways to retarget. And why is that important? If I know someone has watched 95% of a video that I posted about how important financial literacy is, then I know that that person is more probable of buying something relating to financial literacy. Retargeting opportunities. So use fan pages, build up your audience, post content, see how people are engaging. And as you start to retarget and remarket, what happens? People start to buy. They start to buy, they start to connect with what you promote, and then you're able to create audiences of different people that engage more with certain pieces of content. So the ones that you know watch all your videos, you're gonna run ads to all the people who naturally watch all your videos. And the ones that don't, well, they won't. Facebook ads, best practices. Simple stuff that you can start implementing right now, okay? You wanna maintain alignment between your ads and your landing pages. What does that mean? What that means is when you create a landing page specific to the 7 steps to 7 figures, you want to make sure that your ad also reflects what you're putting on your landing page. Now, of course, the example I just gave you will get you banned. It will get you banned. You can't make income claims. What you can say is, here are the 7 steps I've used to create a sustainable online business that I enjoy day in and day out. You could say that. It means the same thing, I just didn't put 7 figures in there. That's it. You start running it now. I'm sure some of you will. Okay? Now, consider this. The alignment, meaning the image that you put in the ad goes along with what's on your page. So if you're promoting an ebook, you could put the cover, or you could put something that's relating to the 7 steps, whatever it may be. If it's financial freedom, it literally could be someone on the beach, someone with their family, someone with their dream car, something like that. Alignment. Now, another thing is testing is key. Testing is incredibly important. Most people give up. They'll spend 20, 25 bucks. Oh, no one's buying anything. They turn it off and they never run it out again. Try $100. How many people would be scared if they spent $500 or $1,000 to get your first conversion? Well, guess what? Until you get the conversion, you don't know what's working. So you got to keep testing. So don't be scared to run $5, $10, $15 a day until you start to notice some traction. Traction being, if you're promoting content, what's getting people to like, comment, and share? If it's getting leads, how much is it costing me to get an email or a phone number? Is it costing me $5, $10, $15? You don't know until you put the ad out there and let it run. If you want a little strategy or a framework, don't turn off your ads in less than a 72-hour period. Put something out there, let it go for 3 days. Don't touch it. Because most people make the mistake of turning off an ad that's going to convert. Now, how do I know that? I've run way too many ads for my own sanity to know that I've turned off ads on the 2.5-day mark that if I just left it alone would have started to get me conversions on the 3rd day. Because maybe more people on Tuesday want to look at a real estate ad than people on a Monday. And because I started running it on Sunday, I wouldn't have known that. I just had to be patient. But everyone wants instant results. And that's fine, but until you start to learn and understand how Facebook responds to your messaging and your offer, you're not going to get there. So you have to test. Now you could retarget users. Here's the cool thing. 80% of the traffic on Facebook is mobile. Most people are looking at your videos on a mobile phone. Most people are liking or commenting and sharing from a mobile phone. You could retarget people back on their mobile phone. You can retarget them when they're looking at an instant article, meaning an article that pops up in their phone, that they never leave Facebook. You could retarget people now in the middle of a video they're watching. It's called an in-stream ad. You could be watching something from Tony Robbins and 10 minutes in, cuts them off, shows a 15-second video. You're like, what just happened? And you just saw an ad. There's so many ways that you can utilize this technology. But once again, you don't know until you start testing. And lastly, when you start to get to that point of creating conversions, you get to exclude people from seeing your messaging over and over and over. Because the ones who've already bought from you or left their email, they don't need to see all your messaging relating to the exact same offer. What are your next steps? We got a couple. I'm not going to go through all of them. So, create a page. Claim your URL. Get a nice profile picture. Create a cover photo. Get some custom tabs. You have this thing called tabs in your page now. You can add services, you can add products, so on and so forth. You want to create a customized page. Once you start to create content, you're going to use the Facebook Insights to see what people are responding to. You're going to optimize your About section for key terms that people are looking for when they find you. You're going to tag other users in business pages because everyone loves recognition. You're going to use questions and polls for feedback. And you're going to use links to create call to actions to generate leads, basically creating ads. You're going to understand edge rank, meaning how people respond to your advertising. You're going to schedule posts in advance. This is when things get fun, that you can create things 60 days in advance and not have to check your page anymore. You're going to start pinning posts that lead people to your main funnel, DA. You're going to post at the best times that your audience are online using Facebook Insights. And lastly, you're going to format your images all the time for the right size because images are what get people to stay on your page and video. But for those of you who don't want to do video, images. Couple of to-dos. Think about your content ahead of time, meaning to start thinking about it today. So by the time you go home, start posting content. Don't overthink it. Just start posting something that you feel would be beneficial to people. When you're ready to start running ads, use the Facebook Power Editor. It's where you get all the options to create your first ad. The Ads Manager does take you step by step, but the Power Editor gives you all of the technology you need to create the ideal audience. Fourth, you're going to deliver your first ad on Facebook. And lastly, you're going to start split testing. Basically, you're going to start running ads over and over and over to find the winner. It's time to put everything into action, okay? I've been through all this content. I hope you all enjoyed it, but here's the thing. You have to put this into use. You don't know something works until you start doing it, right? You got to take some action. Now, I believe Facebook is amazing. I know a lot of you use Facebook. I believe Instagram is amazing too. But I've used Facebook since 2011 consistently every day in the ad platform. And what I find is that it gets me the highest quality lead and conversions possible. I've used a lot of platforms. I love Facebook. And so with that being said, in the past hour-ish that I've been up here, would you agree this is time well spent? I can't cover too much more. Trust me, I can go on all day. I've done masterminds where I've spoken for 8 hours straight about Facebook. I love this stuff. But let me ask you a quick little question, okay? Is this all worth it to you? Because if so, I've created a program called Digital Altitude Ad Labs, okay? This is where I'm gonna compile everything that I've done in regards to Facebook ads and deliver it to you all. All of it, including the stuff that I'm testing right now. So I want to help you all grow your DA business, okay? I want you to utilize organic strategy, paid strategy, how to use messenger ads, how to use messenger stories, which was released today, how you can utilize Instagram ads and bring people back into Facebook and convert them, how to use messenger bots to automate responses. Basically, everything you can do with Facebook is what I'm going to be delivering, because I test everything. And so, finally, you get Facebook traffic secrets specifically for Digital Altitude and its leaders, okay? The great thing is that I know there are quite a few leaders in here who use Facebook ads consistently and get results every day. And the great thing about that is I can actually decode a lot of that stuff and tell you what's going on. But at the same time, I get to work with these leaders and say, hey, look, let's share a little bit of the wealth. Let's show people what it is you're doing and how they can craft it in their own unique way to grow their business. It's not stealing. There's a big enough world out there to convert people into your opportunity. But how would you know that live video works until someone else has already done it and said, hey, live video works? And there's plenty of people in here, I'm sure, who've done something that others don't even know about yet, like using messenger bots. So, based upon the success of these strategies, I want to just present this to you really quick, okay? It's really a 7-step main process that I deliver in this entire training, okay? So first off, we go through the Facebook ad fundamentals, because it's fun to me. It shouldn't be terror. It shouldn't be, it sucks, I don't like doing this. No, this stuff is fun, okay? If you don't enjoy doing Facebook, being on Facebook, running ads, get off Facebook. We're here to build a business. Also, understanding Facebook ads the right way, being compliant, keeping your business sustainable long-term so you don't get shut down. Once again, how many people actually had an account shut down? Really? Okay, cool. How many people have had more than one account shut down? More than 5. All right, awesome. That's how I know who's the hardcore advertisers, right? So we're also going to go through ad creation and how to outsource the whole thing. Ad psychology, ad imagery, who to go to, not just Fiverr, okay? Where to get ads that convert done ahead of time. We're going to go through creating effective and highly targeted ads, how to do it with interests, how to do it with behaviors, how to do it with custom audiences and lookalikes, how to do it with people who've responded to you in Messenger. The whole thing. We're going to go through advanced segmentation and the tools that I use in order to do this. Not everything is done inside Facebook. There are tools that allow you to create segmentation Facebook hasn't figured out yet. Also, how to track, report, split test, the whole thing. And of course, I want you to be able to do it the right way. Now here's the thing. Why is step number 7 not there? Step number 7 isn't there because step number 7 involves Messenger, which is new, which I'm still testing to this day. So you actually get live case studies relating to Messenger, which I feel is going to become one of the biggest opportunities for a lot of you in this room. Because where do you close the majority of people who join DA? Through conversation. And where does conversation take place? In Messenger. So that is going to be done in real time. That training is going to be done now, using other people's money, and then I get to show you what's going on. So, like John said, we want to get things going. We want to go 130 miles an hour, 200 miles an hour. I want to speed things up for you. Remove the learning curve, tell you what's going on, and so you can apply it right now. So with that being said, I'm going to make this really easy, okay? daadlabs.com. I don't normally charge that. Okay, you could find this at daadlabs.com. You can also find it in your back office. But if you go directly to this link, you'll find all this training plus everything in the future that I'll be releasing relating to Messenger and Instagram and all that good stuff. It'll be in your back office. But if you go right here, you can find all this training that I've already implemented, put in to DA for $297. Okay? Now, I don't know what this freebie training was worth to you. I don't know what advertising training is worth to you. I know what it's done for me. I know what it's worth to me. I know what it's done for me and my family. The fact that I can give my... All right. I appreciate that. Thank you. I got it. All right, fine. Hey, everyone. Go to that thing. All right. DAAdLabs.com. Appreciate you all. Thank you again.